What's up, vinyl community? Welcome back. This is HubTunes. I am Mike, and this is kind of the new format, I think. This is what I'm comfortable doing now. Just kind of making videos when I want to make videos, not being a slave to releasing a video every Monday morning, at 6 a.m. like I've been doing for the last 5 years. Just kind of when I feel like doing it. And this is going to be kind of the mainstay. I'll probably do this maybe like every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. But this is going to be it. It's going to be kind of like a mixed salad of new releases, concert reviews, topics, stuff like that. Just random kind of just chit chat, really. Mostly vinyl. This will be my vinyl finds, where you can come to see what I'm listening to or what I just bought. So yeah, it's just all gonna kind of lump into one big salad of a video. And I love that term salad, for like a mixed salad. A friend of mine used to make mixtapes back in the day, and he would always call them salad for the ears, which I always dug. So yeah, this is gonna be my monthly salad of topics, random stuff. Like I just said, I'm not going to repeat myself. I'll probably repeat myself. So what's been going on? February, cool. Oh, well, I traveled. I had to go to Kansas City for work, for a big food show down there. Did not get any time to dive into any record stores. I've been to most of the cool record stores in Kansas City. So I didn't have a car, and the Ubers were expensive, and I just I didn't do any diving. No record stores while I'm in Kansas City. Also, didn't really have a lot of time. They worked us to the bone. So, yeah. But the weather was gorgeous. It was like 70 degrees down there. And then we came home, and Chicago was like... It was one day we were like 65 degrees in February. We had like a week of really nice weather. So it's back to snowing now. But yeah, it was really nice. So spring is right around the corner. Super excited. Record Store Day list dropped. I'm just, I went through the list. Few things I want. And they're kind of just the usuals. I'm probably, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the money situation is, I guess, is what it's going to come down to. The one must-have, absolutely must-have, is the Ghost Funk Orchestra. If you follow this channel, you've seen my videos, I love this band. You can go into the playlists. I've done 2 concert reviews of theirs. Great live band. I just saw them, actually. When did I see them? Probably right around the holidays I saw them. Did a concert review of them. I think twice I've done concert reviews of them. They're great, man. Killer live band. Check out their records. I think they might have like 5 records now, 4 or 5. Really active. They're touring the UK right now. Look, they just announced like 15 shows in the UK. So I don't know when they're coming back to the US, but they'll probably come back and crank out another record. They're pretty quick on doing records. But this is a live record. Ghost Funk Orchestra, $32. It's a must-have. That's my one big must-have. Is that going to be the most popular thing? I'm not waiting in line for any of this. I don't do the lines anymore. Screw that, man. It's always cold in Chicago in April, and I'm not standing out overnight. I do enjoy Record Store Day. I'm not a poo-pooer. I love Record Store Day. It's a lot of fun. I'll probably go to a couple different stores, but my days of waiting outside long over. And I always end up getting everything I want anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The Grateful Dead box set. It's a 6-disc, I think it's a 5 or 6 disc set this time. I want to say it was Boston. Maybe it's Boston 77, 76. $137. Little pricey, but not really for that. If it's 6 discs, 5, 6, that's pretty reasonable. And they always do such a high quality job on them. They always sound solid. The artwork in the box are just beautiful. So I'm probably going to pick, those are the 2 things I'm probably going to pick up. Little Feat is reissuing the deluxe. Rhino's do it. Well, it's probably not Rhino, is it? Because that first album isn't on. I don't know who has the rights to that. Anyway, the first album is being reissued with an extra disc, like they've done with their previous records. I will definitely be buying that. I love that record. I bought all the other reissues, so I'm definitely going to pick that up. Big Little Feat fan, $39. So definitely getting that. As always, I put the Jazz Dispensary release on there. It's $32, depending on the budget. That may or may not get that, but I have most of the others. I think I'm missing one, and those things go up in price, man. They're value. I don't buy for value, but I was doing something on Discogs a couple of weeks ago, and I noticed the those Jazz Dispensary releases are very pricey now. So, and they're always fun. I just don't listen to them as much as I probably should. But they're fun. And then the Violent Femmes. I just wrote Violent Femmes. I forget what record it is. It might be the third or fourth one. Would love to pick that up. Again, that's probably going to be budget, depending on the budget, but it's definitely in my top four. And that was also $32. So those are kind of what I'm looking at. I haven't really done a deep dive into the list. There's always hidden gems. That's what I love about Record Store Day. There's always cool ass soul records, the soul slab stuff, and there's always some funky, weird record that no one's talking about. That after the fact, you're like, damn, I gotta get that. So I love those little finds. I'm gonna do a dive into the list probably this week, and see what's out there. Start, streaming a few things, and just yeah, that's about it on Record Store Day. What else? Oh, last week in the neighborhood, we had a terrific music festival. It's called the Two Piece Fest. I think it's twopiece.com. Twopiecefest.com. I believe it started in Philadelphia, and I think it's just Philadelphia and Chicago that are doing it. It's like 42 piece acts were playing at this church right in my neighborhood. And I didn't go to they had a big festival with like 40 bands at this church over like a 3-day period, maybe even a 4-day period. I think it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so they're at this church, beautiful church. And a friend of mine went and said it was so much fun. But what they did was, they also branched out into like local clubs or local bars and restaurants and stuff. And my local tavern right down the street, they bring in some local live music a lot. They try to do it once every 2 weeks. They bring in a local band, and it's always fun, and it's right there. I can walk out my back door and be there in 2 minutes. So they had 5 of these 2-piece bands come in on a Sunday afternoon and play. Each one went for, I think, 25 minutes. And it was great. First of all, it was a beautiful, sunny day. And it was gorgeous out. And so the front doors were open. It's one of these, pubs that all the front doors, windows open. You can sit in the windows. And then they have a beautiful outdoor little seating area. And just people all over. People inside, outside. Kids running around outside. And yeah, it was a really good day. And for the 5 bands, the first one was two dudes. It was like electronic punk, and it was loud, man, and it was good. For what, it's not my jam, but it was fun, and that kicked it off. And then like the next band, it was like a little bluegrass, a guy and a girl, and then the next one was like an ambient for 25 minutes. They just put us all to sleep, and that was really cool. I actually like that. And then the next one was kind of like cowpunk. 2-piece cowpunk band. They were great. The lead singer was fun. He was a really tall dude, and he had a cool voice. And then the last band, which musically was probably the best, they were more just kind of rock, kind of acoustic-y rock. I think some of the songs might have been their own, and they were terrific too. And it was a fun afternoon, really good time. Twopiecefest.com. You can check it out. It's really cool. And then what else? I went to see Bertha. Bertha is a Grateful Drag band, and I've seen them before. They played at Thalia Hall here in Chicago, 2 sold-out nights. This band packs them in. And they're out of Tennessee, Nashville, I believe. And like I said, I've seen them before. They're fun. And, I left the band, and I went with a couple of friends. Yeah, I went to a concert with people, with friends. I usually go alone. But this one I went with some friends, and we had a good time. And they're great guys. And afterwards I was thinking, on my way home, I was like, they're really good musicians. They're really good. Like, they are a tight Grateful Dead cover band. And if they weren't, this wouldn't play well. A couple, five dudes dressed up in dresses, if they sucked musically, it would be a huge flop. But they're really good. They're smoking hot band. So it works and it's fun and everyone had a great time. They a lot of the profits go to local charities. I think they do a local charity each city they're in for LGBTQ people, and it's just a really good time. So I did that a couple of Friday nights ago, and it was a blast, absolute blast. And that's about it, really. Kind of what's been going on. I picked up a few records. I was gonna, I didn't show this in my January vinyl finds, but I don't know. I forgot, and I wish I hadn't because it's really good, man. And it came out of left field, and unfortunately, there's been some disturbing revelations about this gentleman and in the last couple of weeks. So, but this is the Lemonheads' new record. First of all, I love the artwork. Also, it says Lemonheads down here. It's all embossed. But really, it's called Love Chant. And man, this came out of left field. It came out last year. I did not expect a good Lemonheads record at this point. I was a big fan of the Lemonheads back in the day. And this is kick-ass, man. If you guys like the Lemonheads in the 90s, man, pick this up. It's really good. I love the opening song, 58-second song, Deep End, In the Margin. In the Margin's probably my favorite song on here. Be In, the opener on the side B, Togetherness is All I'm After. Great. Then the title track, Love Chant, is also really good. Evan Dando's voice sounds awesome. After all this, I feel weird because I don't know I guess he's in a hospital now, and not the first time. He did some bad things. Don't send your videos. Don't do that. Don't send videos to people who don't want them, or just don't send videos. That's probably the best advice I could give. Yeah. So his voice sounds absolutely incredible, and this guy's been through hell and back, with addiction and mental illness, and this is a guy who probably shouldn't be with us anymore, but he is, and this sounds wonderful. I don't know what they did to his voice. It has to be done in the studio because his voice sounds so cool, and especially the first 3 or 4 songs. Excellent record. Stream it, check it out, go buy it. I just got the black version. There were a couple of other versions, I believe, but really good. He's got some other people who play on here. John Felice is on here, and so is Jay Mascis. Juliana Hatfield is on backing vocals on a couple of songs. So yeah, it's really good. He looks great too. He looks solid and healthy, and it's a shame. It's a real shame because I heard the tour was going well, and I saw him 2 years ago. Yeah, it was about 2 years ago I saw him, and it was a really good show. I've seen the Lemonheads where he falls off, falls down and can't play and sounds terrible. It was a really good show, so I was excited to hear this, and it lives up. It's really, really good. I highly recommend it, guys. This one was this was an Instagram find. Does anyone know Afro Jazz Vinyl or Afro Jazz on Instagram? You guys follow him? He just will play clips of records. He'll spin the record, and man, he's turned me on to so many great records, and this is one that I really dug. First of all, when he played it, I was turned on immediately by the artwork. And this is a band called Mandrill. I was not familiar with them at all. He shows some great funk, and that's what this is. But this is called Mandrill Land, and the artwork is awesome. And look at that ringwear. So I bought this. I paid like $10 for it, and it absolutely stinks like mildew. It's almost one like. If it didn't sound so good, it sounds great. There's a few pops and clicks, but for the most part, it sounds really good. it reeks, man. I don't even know if I want to put this in with my other records. I might just clean it up and put it over on I have another, I don't know if it's going back there. It stinks. It really is. Ugh. But the records are really good. They sound great. It's funky. It's soul. It's R&B. It's got a little Santana vibe to it on some songs. I really dig it. I'd never heard these guys. After he played one of the songs, I forget what song it was he played. It might be the opener, Positive Thing. But I went and streamed a bunch of their other stuff. This one I couldn't stream though because it wasn't on Spotify and it wasn't on iTunes. So yeah, Mandrill Land. I don't if anyone's familiar. Drop some comments because I'm digging them, and I really like this. This is probably the best one of the ones I listened to. There were a couple others that yeah, if I saw them I'd probably grab them, but this thing smells. But yeah, Mandrill Land. Check them out if you like funky soul 70s. This came out in 74. Yeah. So look at this. Okay. Next, hot freaking album, man. I was so glad I bought this. I didn't know this came out. This is Mulatu Astatke, the Ethiopian jazz player. This is Mulatu plays Mulatu, pretty much. I have the reissue of that one with the black and white cover. I forget what it's called. I got that a few years ago, and I fell in love with it a few years ago. Jesus, probably 5 years ago now. But I fell in love with that record. And so when I saw this, I said, you know what? I got to pick this up. And it is kick-ass, man. I think it's just kind of a comp of his stuff, but he's re-recorded it all. Man, if you like like Ethiopian jazz, this is killer, man. The Ethiopian jazz pioneer celebrates his illustrious career with an album of brand new arrangements of his classic compositions recorded in London. Tracks include, I'm not going to pronounce that. I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of them. But it's on Strut Records, and they did a great job of it. It sounds really, really good. Excellent. It's gatefold. Let me show you. But really cool stuff. Like, oh, I'm getting a glare. Sorry. There you go. But he looks great. I didn't even know he was still alive, to be honest. I didn't know he was still with us. But there's some really just great playing on here. I'm really digging it. And yeah, definitely pick this up if you're into this kind of jazz. And I am. So yeah, terrific stuff. What else? I watched the Sun Ra documentary. What was it on? I don't even remember what it was on, but I watched that. So I've been listening to this a little bit lately. I'm not a huge Sun Ra fan. This is the futuristic sounds of Sun Ra. I think this was a Record Store Day release a couple of years ago. Not a huge fan of Sun Ra. The documentary was great, by the way. Watch it. If you're a jazz fan, absolutely watch it. A must watch. He's hit or miss for me. I kind of like the late 70s stuff a little bit better. But yeah, I've been listening to this. I was spinning that last week or this week. Yeah. What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. But really cool record. This is the part where I kind of do get off my turntable. Remember those? But this is, on my other channel that I'm involved with, the Vinyl Community Gunkles. We reviewed this record a couple of weeks ago. And this is Dr. John, the Night Tripper, Gree Gree. And I hadn't listened to this for a while, and I told the story. I love Dr. John. I love New Orleans and Cajun music and Cajun food. And this album I dig this. I gave it a great review on the channel, and I share. It's personal to me because when I got married, we had a jazz band, and they actually played Mama Roo off of this, and it was great, man. And I Walk on Gilded Splinters is just one of the great songs of all time. I just love the background vocals on there, juxtaposed to his his growl, you know, it just works so well. And yeah, so I've been spinning this for a couple of weeks now. I just love this record, and I hadn't really pulled it out for a while. It's really good. And then we're on the channel also, we're also getting ready to review this record. And this is my favorite. I just, Patti Smith Group, Radio Ethiopia, her second record. This is, we're going to be reviewing this probably upcoming. I don't know when that video is going to drop. It's going to be in a few weeks. But I love this record. This is my favorite Patti Smith record. I understand why Horses is so important, but I give me this record. This has got Pissin' in the River, Ask the Angels, Poppies, the Distant Fingers. Yeah, this is just a great record. I've been listening to this. Actually, this morning I was listening to it. So yeah, look for that review on there. But I mean, this is a five-star record for me. I love Patti Smith, and definitely my favorite. So what else? 21 minutes. Let's, yeah, I guess that's about it. Not much going on. I have a couple of pre-orders coming in. I pre-ordered the new Parlor Greens record. I think I'm getting that in a couple of weeks. I pre-ordered it back in Christmas time. Parlor Greens is Jimmy James. Used to be in the Delvon Lamar trio. He was the guitarist for a while. Great guitarist. Big character. Funny guy. But that's his new band is Parlor Greens. So if you like the Delvon Lamar trio, organ trio, you're going to love Parlor Greens. So definitely check that out. I'll have a review of that in the next salad. And what else do I have coming up? I don't know. I have no concerts. So we'll see what's happening. Yeah, that's why these videos are going to be fun. You can just talk about anything. It's just a nice conversation. So you guys stay well. Enjoy the rest of March. I'll make a video before the end of the month. But yeah, everyone stay well, stay healthy, and I will talk to you later. Bye.